Dynasty Warriors. Lu Bu.
I have no time for the likes of you.
That's what we're talking about today. Now, before we jump into what's going on in this video, I have to give a quick shout out to a fellow content creator and friend of mine on the platform, Mr. Koei Kollection. If you guys are looking for some fire-ass content for Dynasty Warriors or any of the Warriors games that he plays, go over there and subscribe. Check out his channel. He makes some great content. And this video was inspired by a video that he has made. And I have to give credit where credit is due. So go ahead and check him out when you have the chance, and then come back over here so we can talk about why I pursued, or how I pursued, not why, but how I pursued Lu Bu. So similar to his challenge, he did a challenge where he went against Lu Bu with the lowest character on the normal difficulty through all the games. And I'm like, hell yeah, that's awesome. I want to do something like that. That's a cool challenge. And, you know, I don't want to do exactly what he did. So I took it up to the next level. I thought, let me play a character, get him decently upgraded, and take on Lu Bu in each of the games on the hardest level. And that's exactly what we did. We played as Zhao Yun throughout Dynasty Warriors 2 to Dynasty Warriors 9, taking on the demon in each game on the hardest level each and every time. And this is my diary of that, I guess. With that being said, we don't have much else to go into. Let's go ahead and start off with the first game in the series, which is Dynasty Warriors 2. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So starting off with Dynasty Warriors 2, these are the stats from my Mr. Zhao Yun. His old pixelated, chunky looking self. He's not like maxed out completely, but his attack's up pretty well. So in most of these, I'm taking the approach, especially in the earlier games, of making sure my army comes with me, because I don't want to fight Lu Bu by myself, because he just is a monster that kills everybody. So I'm going to bring my allies with me. So playing through that Dynasty Warriors 2, I eventually make it to Hulao Gate. Before engaging with the monster, I find the interim save, you know, just in case we need to bounce out a few times. We went ahead and approached Mr. Lu Bu in Dynasty Warriors 2, and surprisingly, he was actually quite easy to beat. Yeah, this dude, no, Lu Bu, no, this was easy. That was way too easy. What the heck just happened? I don't know if it's because I had the bodyguards with me or just a bunch of people, but we ended up jumping Lu Bu, and he didn't really have a chance to do anything. He was getting mauled by us. Easy dub for the first game of the Dynasty Warriors series with my Zhao Yun. I expected a lot harder resistance, but he didn't really prove to be that difficult at all. He did hit pretty hard though, so when he hit, it was dangerous. He got me down to like half health, but he was easy to beat. Anyway, Dynasty Warriors 2 done. Go ahead and move on to the next game. All right, moving into Dynasty Warriors 3, again, taking the same approach. I want to move in, we'll get all my people towards him, do that the best way possible, give myself the best chance. Dynasty Warriors 3, definitely, he's got a nice burned memory in my brain of how dangerous he can be, but with my max Zhao Yun, we're going to go ahead and play it on hard and see how well we do. Because Hulao Gate is such like an early stage, getting to the peons is pretty easy, like wiping through them is not very difficult at all. And then approaching him, I was planning on carving the way out pretty well. Went to fight Zhang Liao, that went well, and I was going to make my way down to Huaxiang, but this guy decides to come and fight me right away, so I'm like, all right, let's try this out. And again, similar to Dynasty Warriors 2, he actually ended up being even easier to beat in this game. I block that. He's fighting like a dunce, man. Look at this. This is so easy. What is this? Why is this so easy? Because I have Dynasty Warriors 3 Extreme Legends, let's pop in Extreme Legends, let's play it on very hard. I gotta feel the challenge here, because the first two swings was easy. I mean, I'm out the park with both of them. My Zhao Yun ends up being stronger in this game when I load the original data for some reason. I don't know how that happened, but he's in the game, and I still have his fourth weapon. I don't have his fifth weapon in the game, so we're gonna go ahead and play, see how that goes. Same thing, I go through the thing, I kill the people I need to kill, and then I'm starting to carve my way towards Lu Bu, but he ends up on top of, I believe it's Shui Gate, or Fan Shui Gate? He's on top of the gate, so I'm like, okay, so I got time to go around. Before I end up going around, I run into Zhang Liao, and I wanna see how, difficult this is going to be. And let me tell you, Zhang Liao almost killed me while I was fighting this dude. He was putting up a fight and a half, killed all my bodyguards, so it's just me and Zhang Liao and the remainder of whatever he had left. This dude was making me sweat. This is gonna be tough. Oh my god. God damn. Oh, that's gonna hurt. This is just like the appetizer, bro. Oh my goodness, Zhang Liao. Bro, you're not Lu Bu. Stop it. Okay, I gotta save it. I'm about to die to Zhang Liao, man. You dead? You dead? Alright, Zhang Liao is dead. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna save it again. This dude is a monster and not to be underestimated. I finally got over him, and then I was so like nervous about going against him, I decided to go all the way around and join Cao Cao's forces and help him push down. So I'm with Cao Cao, we're helping him, I'm helping him push down. I got the Eye Patch Man, I got Sao Ren and Sao Hong, the NPCs, letting them lead the way, all that good stuff. And I finally get down to Lu Bu, who's on top of the gate. So he's on top where, I think it's Fan Cho. He's down there on that little corner. And I defeat Fan Cho, and then Lu Bu comes over, and we end up fighting him. And surprisingly, weirdly enough, maybe because I had allies, he was actually easier to beat than Zhang Liao. Bro, no way. Zhang Liao was harder than this. What? Zhang Liao was much more difficult. I was actually scared for a second that I was going to get killed by Zhang Liao. But for Lu Bu, on very hard, we did all right. He didn't seem much of a challenge to me, even on the hardest level on Extreme Legends. So I'm not too impressed by Dynasty Warriors 3 Lu Bu. I kind of ripped through him with Zhao Yun and didn't really feel much resistance. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to Dynasty Warriors 4. Now, loading up Dynasty Warriors 4, I was a little nervous because this Lu Bu is, for me, he's the most intimidating looking Lu Bu. He's just on a different level. So again, we're taking the same approach. I want to cut through the enemy. I want to release my people. And we're going about playing on hard once again. So I'm clearing out the enemies. I'm making my way to Hu Lao, making sure I have people around me. The gate opens. And I'm going to wait for Lu Bu to come out towards us. He was actually extremely easy to beat. Oh, he got me. But look at the damage he's doing. He's not doing anything to me. Oh my god. Well, there you go. Lu Bu defeated on Dynasty Warriors 4. I'm assuming because I was more towards the higher end with Zhao Yun, I was actually able to make him flinch. And because I was able to make him flinch, that's what made it easier, in my opinion. Because him flinching it was very easy to take advantage of. But Dynasty Warriors 4 was very underwhelming to beat him on the hardest level. I don't have Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends, so I wasn't able to test that one out. But the vanilla game, he was very easy to beat. The first 3 games, I didn't really sweat at all. And with that being said, that's all I got for that. Let's go ahead and move on to Dynasty Warriors 5. Now, Dynasty Warriors 5, again, similar approach, playing on Chaos. This is the first game, I think, that introduced Chaos instead of very hard. We're on Hu Lao, we're cutting through people. Again, Zhao Yun's towards the higher end for his level ups. We're going to see if that makes a difference in fighting Lu Bu in Dynasty Warriors 5. So first thing I do is free up Liu Bei's side and my side so I can have plenty of allies to come fight Lu Bu with me, because even though, I'm doing great in the first 3 games, I don't underestimate Lu Bu at all. So I cleared out the area, the gate captains, Li Jue, all those people get killed. Open the gate up, and then I allow Lu Bu to come out and engage us. And at first it's going pretty well. Like, I'm feeling pretty good about it until I get to him to about half health, and he pops his attack boost, and he catches me in something, and then pops the Musou Rage on top of that, and absolutely wipes me out. Oh, I'm sorry! So I'm like, all right, let's try this again. Let's be a little bit more calculating. Let's do what we got to do. We go in for the second run. So we're fighting him. We're being cautious. We're moving around. We're making sure nothing's going too crazy. Keeping our distance, watching him, juggling as much as we can. Getting in on the, when people are jumping him, I'm right there trying to jump him too. And then backing up when he starts to swing, because, some people ended up paying for it. Oh, God. And then I found out that he has an infinite Musou Rage that he kind of just continuously reactivates as he keeps going. Because at first, I was just going to let him do his thing on his own and let the Musou Rage kind of just dwindle out by itself. But obviously, that wasn't going to happen. So after a little while, I'm playing tag with him. I'm trying to get away from this monster. And I realize there's another Musou Rage on the ground. So I pop my first one, I get some damage on him, and I just start running. And then I pick up the second one just as a safety mark. Because again, at this point, I don't know that he can get a bunch of Musou Rages at once. So when he did his, I immediately popped mine out of panic. Got it again, bro! What the fuck? He gets unlimited Musou Rage in this. The thing is, oh, he's dead. He's dead. Got a little lucky because for some reason he didn't attack me right away. He didn't seem to be as aggressive, and I, ended up killing him. So Dynasty Warriors 5, he killed me once. He had some powers I did not remember that he had. I ended up overcoming him on the second time. This is actually the hardest Lu Bu I've fought so far. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to Dynasty Warriors 6. All right, moving into Dynasty Warriors 6. Again, same thing. We're approaching it the same way. I want to get my allies to move over there. I want to feel it out. Dynasty Warriors 6, I expected it was going to be tough. I knew it was going to be tough because the peons were having a hard time dying. Like, I was having a hard time killing them. And as soon as I felt that, I realized that this was going to be difficult. Yo, I'm feeling this right now. These peons are freaking tough to beat. Alright, so moving on to Hulao Gate, we're doing our thing. We're getting the watchtowers down. We're doing everything we can to give ourselves an advantage against Lu Bu because this guy is monstrous. So we do what we gotta do. We open the gate and Lu Bu pops out. And at first I want to see what my allies do because I want him to be distracted so I can come behind him and take advantage of, you know, because you don't want to be dumb. You don't want to be dumb. So the first thing they do is run to the other side of the gate, so I end up following them because I'm not fighting this dude one-on-one. I need someone to help me. Why are we all running away? So we all go to the other side, and I'm like, okay, let me feel this out. This guy doesn't flinch. Okay, he doesn't flinch, but I can flinch him or unnerve him when I use the Y flow attack. So I was clinging to that like white on rice. He did get a couple of good ones on me. It was a little scary for a second. So I thought it would be a smart idea to take out Diao Chan, which I did. And luckily enough for me, after I killed his betrothed and picked up the max vase thing in the corner, he ended up being really, really easy to kill. That's another Dubsky. Let's go. Because of the ice element on my weapon, and Lu Bu fell in Dynasty Warrior 6 on the very first try. And with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to Dynasty Warrior 7. Now, Dynasty Warrior 7 is interesting because it doesn't have a free mode, which means I had to find a way to use Zhao Yun and fight Lu Bu. And the only way to do that in Conquest mode, I don't know if it's the only way, but I guess the most difficult way to do that is Dynasty Warrior 7 Conquest, the treasure battle for Lu Bu's weapon. So I loaded it up and we went in on Lu Bu. Problem that I ran into is that all the other officers in the map, they immediately rushed me. This already posed a big problem for me because I couldn't fight Lu Bu one-on-one. It was a mass army of peons and other generals or officers that were doing tons of damage. The first run through, I felt a little okay because I was doing so much damage to Lu Bu, so I figured out if I tried to rush him, maybe I can kill him fast enough, but I could not find a way to stop myself from being juggled, and one of his guards ended up pulling a Captain America on my ass. Oh god, oh, the range. Okay, can I escape? Can I escape? Ooh.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
So we go back in for round 2, and I'm like, okay, let me see what I can do this time. I'll rush as fast as I can towards Lu Bu and do some damage. The problem is with this one is that it took too long for me to do enough damage to him, and there was too many people around me that I thought it would be a better idea to kind of dwindle down the army a little bit. So that's what I did. But unfortunately, it took so long that Lu Bu seemed to like disappear for a second. Where's Lu Bu? I don't see Lu Bu's name. And it wasn't even, I was no longer fighting Lu Bu. I was just fighting a bunch of people. I was running around trying to figure out what was going on. Eventually, I thought it would be a good idea to switch to my other weapon, the bow. But that didn't work out too well either because these dudes ended up cornering me and they actually ended up killing me again. Okay, nobody's dead yet. Okay. Alright, this one's tough. So we go back in for attempt number 3, and I'm telling myself if I need to, I'll just kill all the generals first, and then I'll fight Lu Bu one-on-one. But let me try to just rush him and like kill him as fast as I can. So we start out pretty good. We get his health down to half pretty quickly. I'm feeling decent about it as long as I keep my attention on him. The only thing that sucked about Mr. Zhao Yun is that his EX attack for some reason stopped doing damage at the top, but I keep getting lucky, I keep hitting him, and eventually I actually get through on attempt number 3 and take down Mr. Lu Bu before all of his other people can attack. Got him. All right, nice. Lu Bu falls on attempt number 3 in Dynasty Warrior 7. It was decently difficult because of the surrounding forces, and I was by myself, so definitely posed a bit of a problem. But by this point, I was getting a little demoralized because I was like, man, there's only 2 games left, and Dynasty Warriors 8 is really the only last game that Lu Bu was actually strong in, so I was actually getting sad that this wasn't posing much of a challenge. Now, jumping into Dynasty Warriors 8, again, I'm expecting this is going to be the last epic battle between me and Lu Bu. My Zhao Yun is maxed out, the max level, all that good stuff. He's got his weapon that he needs, everything that we need in order to fight Lu Bu and take him down. Now, my first encounter with Lu Bu is going pretty well, but I know it's going to be a tough battle because his health is barely moving. I was getting pretty comfortable with him because he was also with his Musou attacks. As long as I was in front of the Musou attack, I was good. Like, it was blocked, right? So I was feeling pretty confident that this would just take a little bit more time versus having a little bit of skill involved. It was just a matter of time, being in the right spot, pressing the right button when to press it, and I would have came out on top. Unfortunately, however, I misread one of his Musou attacks, and I thought it was going to be the regular one when it ended up being his alternate Musou attacks, and he ends up grabbing me and killing me in one shot. Yeah, I'm chilling. No! What? Mind you, I had almost full health and this guy one-shots me. The good thing about Dynasty Warriors 8 though, that even on the hardest level, I'm actually allowed to interim save, which means I don't have to go through the whole cool-out gate battle again to fight. So starting off in attempt number 2, I'm feeling pretty confident because I'm like, well, if I just do what I did before and not get caught by that Muso, I'll be good. So I'm going in there, I'm feeling pretty confident, fighting as hard as I can, and then this dude almost slops me up, gets me to red health, and I panic, bro. I panic Muso, I panic rage, I panic everything. So after I do that, I rage and I get really lucky, and I'm storm rushing with the power of the rage mode. And as soon as I'm done, I am on his ass with this Muso attack. I'm trying to kill him so fast, and I am just praying to God that it's enough to kill him. And through all that hard work and just a little pinch of luck, I was able to defeat the glorious and powerful Mr. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Either way, he fell in Dynasty Warriors 8. The allies beat him. I did 99% of the damage, and Sun Jian comes in and steals the kill. It's fine. I'm still gonna count it because we beat him on the hardest level, right? This one was probably similar to Dynasty Warriors 7. Very difficult in terms of his health, but because of, I think I got a little bit of lucky there, the rage mode, everything on top of it, it was pretty easy, and it ended up only taking me 2 tries. But like I said, that kind of saddens me because when I went into Dynasty Warriors 9, I had 0 expectation. I mean, it's just, the game is not very good. With that being said, let's go ahead and move on to Dynasty Warriors 9. All right, moving into Dynasty Warriors 9, again, we have our Zhao Yun. He's not beefed up or anything. I'm not really worried about him being beefed up in this game. He doesn't need to be because it's an extremely easy game. So I rush over and get as fast as possible as I can to Hulao Gate, and when I eventually got there, I just was rushing towards this guy. Thing is though, on the hardest level for Dynasty Warriors 9, everybody becomes a threat. And in the first attempt of me charging towards Lu Bu, his archers ended up massacring me. Wow. I actually died. That's crazy. So I'm like, okay, whatever, a deal, it's just an arrow thing, that's not gonna happen again. Like, I was so underestimating the fight that I was gonna have with this guy. But I end up dying once, and I go back in for a second time, I'm full health, I'm like, I can kill this guy, I just need to fight him. And again, these archers absolutely lay me out, and Lu Bu just pulls an easy swipe on my head. Oh my god, bro, what the fuck? What is happening? Why is this so difficult? Okay, I actually have to take my time and try to strategically make my way to Lu Bu, which I was not happy about because, again, I don't take Dynasty Warriors 9 that seriously. I'm killing a bunch of peons, I'm doing what I gotta do. The game makes it really easy to stay alive and to give you power-ups. So I approached Lu Bu for the 3rd time. I switch out my equipment because I was out of health regeneration things, so I'll give myself a powder. My goal was to get him away from the archers, away from all the cavalry, and that's what I did. I just spammed spirit pills to get him out of this. The thing about Dynasty Warriors 9, the hardest level, is not the fact that it is difficult. It's the fact that it's going to take so much time to chop down his health. It's taking so long to beat this dude, the time of the game is shifting. Like, it started in, well, we were in daytime, and we're already towards the evening and the nighttime. Dude, it's freaking nighttime right now. That's how long this battle's been going on for. So with Lu Bu here, this was actually a lot more difficult than I thought it'd be. He's very tanky. He doesn't flinch unless, of course, you catch him on the thing. So I was getting used to the controls again because I don't play Dynasty Warriors that much. Now, the hard part about fighting Lu Bu in this section was not him himself. It was those damn horses around him. These damn horses need to go, bro. Oh god, these f***ing horses. They were causing such confusion, disruption, and like one little movement and I would have been dead, right? If I didn't have those powders, I would have been dead. A tanky ass dude. It took me quite some time, but on the 3rd attempt, after I finally killed all the horses and it got down to just me and Lu Bu, I finally ended up beating him on Dynasty Warriors 9. Okay, Lu Bu has finally fallen. Holy Jesus, that took 25 minutes. He had so much freaking health. If I did not have the powder and all the stuff that was keeping me alive and all that, this would have been a much more difficult battle, which is strange. I went into Dynasty Warriors 9 thinking it was going to be a breeze, a walk in the park. It was actually probably one of the harder ones to defeat Lu Bu in. It's crazy for me to even like think about it, but he was extremely difficult to beat on Dynasty Warriors 9 because of his power and his health. His health is what was killing me, along with those damn cavalry that kept following me around. All right, and with that being said, let's go ahead and do my rankings for the game. Starting on the bottom, we have Dynasty Warriors 3. Now, Dynasty Warriors 3 is on the bottom because not only was the original game easy, but Dynasty Warriors 3 Extreme Legends was also very easy to deal with. Like, he approached me alone with just my bodyguards, and I absolutely mopped the floor with him. I felt so confident beating him in Dynasty Warriors 3. I had more trouble with Zheng Liao in Dynasty Warriors 3 Extreme Legends than I did with Lu Bu, so it was bad. Next up is Dynasty Warriors 4. Dynasty Warriors 4 was, he just didn't feel that good in Dynasty Warriors 4. Like, even when he was hitting me, as soon as he hit me in that game and he didn't do a lot of damage, I immediately gained confidence. I had no nerve. It felt like he couldn't do anything to me in Dynasty Warriors 4. Maybe if I get Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends, I'll try it again and try it on a, the harder level for that, but he was very, very, very easy to beat in Dynasty Warriors 4. Even when he grabbed me, it was nothing. Dynasty Warriors 4 was an absolute breeze. Definitely will come in second place for me. Honestly, Dynasty Warriors 3 and 4 can be interchangeable between those two. They were relatively the same. Next up for me is going to be Dynasty Warriors 2. I felt his power on that one. When he hit me, he did quite a bit of damage, but he was, we were jumping that dude, so he didn't really have a chance, and I felt pretty good beating him in Dynasty Warriors 2. Not much of a difficulty there. Next up is going to be Dynasty Warriors 6. I beat him in one try. He hit pretty hard in that game as well, but even when I killed Diao Chan, he was still not much of anything. I think the ice really helped me on that one. I had flash on the weapon. I ripped through his health pretty easily. Yeah, the Y attack can make him flinch. He's going down. It's not much of a challenge there. Then coming up after that, we're going to have Dynasty Warriors 5. The Muso Rage thing caught me off guard. If I got juggled like I did when he first killed me, I would have had a hard time with him. The second time I fought him, I got a little lucky because, again, he wasn't very aggressive, but he had his moment, didn't take it, and I capitalized on it. Decently tough to beat because of the buff that he had, but he was still, like, flinching and all that. Coming in at the second runner-up, the third place, bronze medal for me personally is going to be Dynasty Warriors 7. Dynasty Warriors 7, the treasure battle, I couldn't fight him at Hulao. I would have to use a different character. But using Zhao Yun on the treasure battle, it was tough because of all the people who were surrounding him. They were very annoying to deal with, and I can see that if I didn't have such a strong character, it would have been very, very, very tough. Tons of damage. The peons, relentless in that game on the hardest level. It's cool to see that the modern games, they have that feeling when you go up to the higher level, so that was cool to see. But Dynasty Warriors 7, third place. And then coming in at second place, when I say my second place, you're going to know the first place. Second place is going to be Dynasty Warriors 9. I challenge you guys. Go on Muso, fight Lu Bu, see how that goes for you. Again, if I didn't use any of the health things, if I didn't use any of that stuff, this would have been the #1 battle. Because trying to penetrate him and then like get him away from his people and clear out everybody, it was annoying. And then on the cavalry is there dealing with me, the blocking. He's got the unexpected movement sometimes. He breaks your guard. Sometimes he's too quick with it and he can kill you. But once I got the hang of it again, I was kind of just juggling him the whole time and just waiting for his shield to go down so I can execute him, which finally happened. But it took me 25 minutes to do that. 25 minutes. So much time to do that. And just in a couple swings, he's taken on a lot of my health. So Dynasty Warriors 9 proved to be more difficult than some of the other games, which is insane. And then, of course, coming at #1, which you guys can already figure out, is going to be Dynasty Warriors 8 for me. That game, again, I got lucky with how it ended because I put my rage mode on out of panic because I was almost dead, and then I had the Storm Rush come right after that, and that led to just a wallop of damage. And then I can do my Musou attack with the rage mode like right after that, which allowed just a ton of damage. It absolutely shredded his health, and then Sun Jiang comes up and steals the kill because, that's what tigers do, right?
Fear the tiger of Zhangdong.
But anyway, that's all I have for this little experiment of mine. I pursued Lu Bu. I'm a little underwhelmed by it. Maybe I'll try it again. A level 1 character on Chaos, I don't know. That would be masochistic at that point. Let me know what you guys think would be a good challenge. I'll do it. I don't mind challenging myself. This was just fun to do. I wanted to try it out, see if I could do it, and I actually ended up exceeding my expectations, which is crazy. And again, if you guys haven't already, go check out Koei Kollection. Again, he makes fire-ass content, all that Gucci stuff. I'll leave a link down below if you want to go check it out. But other than that, guys, that's all I have. If you enjoyed it, definitely appreciate it. Like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.